Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. You guys, I am so grateful, of course, I say on every episode, to all of you guys who continue to show love and support to this show. I truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of my little heart. I truly appreciate, yeah, she's got me a little bit toasty because she's a bartender or something. What do you want me to do? Listen, anyway, yes, thank you all to the surrounding area, Waco, everybody in the nation that watches The Public Affair. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you again for all your support. Of course, to Rogue Media Network. We got Allison behind the scenes doing our episode today. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate you. I told her to drink a Jello shot because she's having one of those days. But Allison, there's plenty of Jello shots over here and bucanans. Okay, when you're ready. Right?
Yes, when you're ready.
Now, before we get started, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office and has been for the last, 3 years since he's sponsoring. Listen, he's going to help you buy a house or sell your property. If you don't know what you're doing in the home buying process, David's going to hold your hand through the entire thing so you understand every aspect of what's going on. I've worked with him twice. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. Follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, calling him on the screen, darling. For all your real estate needs, my boy David Santabanez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Arturo's Frame, where Arturo y Eva de la Cruz, they do wood framing for houses and all remodeling. Listen, they'll even assist you with building a brand new house. Sometimes you want to move in somebody's old house. You want to build your brand new house from the ground up, have it look the way you want to. Arturo's Frame is going to help you do that. Listen, hablan inglés y español también. Call the number on the screen for a free in-town consultation. I told you, hablo español. All right, follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Oh, of course, my boy, he's a snack, in case you're looking. JB Auto Detailing with Joseph Blancas. Yes, he provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area, promising 100% satisfaction guarantee, leaving your vehicle looking brand spanking new and absolutely fresh, darling. That's right. And if you guys leave stains in the car, he can get the stains out. Yes, he's gotten my stains out for sure. Yes, like, with the black light, yeah. Pricing is such at jbautodetailing.net, to make every package affordable for you. Call the number on the screen to book and follow on Facebook at JB Auto Detailing. Joseph, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. He's also associated with Solar Guard Surveillance with his partner, Toby Lopez, providing top-of-the-line home surveillance systems for every property. I'm talking about homes, businesses, all of that. They also specialize in home audio equipment, solar well pumps, solar lighting, solar gate openers, and so much more. All the top-of-the-line home improvement. Listen, get upgraded today. Call Solar Guard Surveillance with Toby Lopez and Joseph Blancas. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, oh my God, I love this guy, Juan Morales with Waco Fencing and stuff. Now, Juan is building privacy fences and chain link fences. Perfect for all that extra at-home privacy because, sometimes my guest, she wants to walk around, with no bra or something, right? And so, listen, call Waco Fencing and stuff. Have him go out there and build a nice, beautiful fence for you, and he's got it done. He also specializes in demolitions, building wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds. Contact him with them on the screen for your consultations. And Juan Morales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. As you can tell, we're just a little bit turned, right? Because she put the whole half bottle of Buchanan's in there, bitch. Where did you thought you was? This is not 5, okay?
Hold on, not 5, not 5.
Are we doing 5? Are you sure? I thought JR was our friend.
He is our friend, but...
Okay. And then what's your bar of choice?
So I actually work at, I'll do Fridays Warehouse, Latin night, Saturdays Smiley.
There you go. Yes.
We do some... Well, I don't because I ain't got no ass. But,
they
do some twerking,
They do some twerking. Listen, I stopped going to those bars, and I'll tell you why here in a minute.
Okay.
Listen, as you guys can see, she's here. She's feisty. She's excited to be here. I'm excited that she's here. Slid in her DMs at 5:30 in the morning. She is a nurse now, but she also has her own bartending business called La Última y Me Voy Mobile Bartending. Yes. She's a queen in her own rights, and she's here on The Public Affair. I'd love to welcome Miss Emily Maria Rueda.
Oh, here there you go.
I told you I got this shit, bitch. Don't fuck with
me. You got it. I was so scared you were going to butcher that shit.
What? What? Only thing I'm butchering is...
Like, for my graduation...
never mind. Shush.
For my graduation, it was like, she did not know how to say it. My cousins were like, what the...
What did they say?
Rueda. And I was like...
Is that how they said it?
No. Well, I mean, kind of, but she kind of like missed the art. Or, like, it was.
She was just trying to be fucking sophisticated. Let her do her.
I mean, I guess so.
Get your diploma and move on.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, whatever.
Congratulations, you just graduated from nursing school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, registered nurse, LVN. How does that work?
So it's by tiers, but right now I'm a LVN.
Okay.
I couldn't do like the full. I got accepted to both programs, but it was like I have a little one.
Yeah.
I couldn't be out of work for like 2 years. You know?
Right.
A lot of like people, you know, when you're out of working, you still have car payments. You still have,
bills
you
don't
know,
stop.
bills.
The
Bills don't stop. They
Nope.
won't wait for you. They'll cut that shit off in a heartbeat. So I decided to do my VN, but I actually, like, I'm going to go right back. I'm gonna take a break about 6 months and then do, you know, my BSN.
Yes. Oh, BSN. Okay.
BSN,
I don't know the N's and the B's and the R's. Like,
so it's just basically bachelor's.
But you're a whole ass nurse, regardless of the fact. Okay?
I can save a mother's life.
Okay, she can.
I can.
She can hook us up with the antibiotics, right?
There you go.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. Okay, because I don't like going to the doctor. Listen, thank you for coming on to the show.
No, thank you for having me.
No, honestly, like, I was shocked, like, how well, you know, I definitely slid in the DMs super early in the morning, which I didn't think about. I'm up early every day. Okay.
It's okay. Yes. It's okay. I promise. Like, I'm used to it. Like, so working at the bar, like, obviously, you know, we're up until 3, 4, you know, and then sometimes you can't sleep as soon as you get home. So it's like, I was up anyways.
Okay, so you were just doing your thing regardless of the fact. And what I did, how I discovered you was one of my good friends, Leslie Delgado, shared your post about your graduation and then I guess revitalizing La Última y Me Voy, mobile bartending. And when I was reading the description and all that, then I shared it. I was like, hey, this would be a fun guest.
Yeah.
You know, I love the idea of a mobile bartending business. You know?
For sure.
There's another one, I think Lux. Shout out to her.
Yes. Oh, shout out to Yes, Belly. She's like really great. She actually, like, anytime I have a question, I'll go to her and
so you guys are very supportive of each other.
Oh, well, yeah. So definitely, like, if I can't, I'll be like, hey, this is a really good person too, you know? Cause
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because women can be catty sometimes. I mean, these dudes too. You know, they act like a bitch.
No, but women, like, no, for sure. Yeah,
and I've invited her on the show. I have invited her on the show.
Why she ain't come on?
We haven't had time. She's busy. She's booked and busy. Yeah.
Oh, and she's like a badass mom. Like, she's
I can't wait for that one.
She's for sure.
Most definitely. Yeah, but so I saw that and I was like, okay, good. And she was just like, oh my God, I love your show. It's such an honor. I love how I'm at that status now where y'all just can't wait to be invited. I had to bite and scratch back in the day to get bitches on my show.
I was like when I watch your shows, I'm like, so I was like telling you, I told my friend, I was like, bitch, guess who like messaged me?
Ain't nobody, bitch.
Well, she was like, who? And then she kind of, like, she mentioned the guy that, like, currently I'm talking to.
Oh, okay. Sorry, hun.
Yeah. He's actually been on here.
Oh, really?
But,
who is it?
No, we're not gonna go there yet.
Yes, we can.
Until
later. Hold on, let me add that to the notes. Okay. No, go ahead. But anyway, so she's encouraging you to do it.
Yeah.
Is it JR?
No, okay. JR, I love you, but no.
JR got dudes in his DMs.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got dudes in his DMs.
Period.
I told him that one dude was going to be in his DMs all the time.
And was he?
Yes, he screenshots them and shows them to me.
Well, then that's, if you know anything, I'll go in there. That's a...
Yeah. You know, he's made. But anyway, go ahead.
But, yeah, I mean, he's been on here before. Very, very, very genuine.
If I guess,
No.
Are you going to tell me?
I'll tell you afterwards.
All right, please. All right, anyway.
I don't want to ruin something good that we got going, you know?
Okay.
But.
What, is he on an earlier episode or a most recent episode? How about that?
What do you say? Let's keep it between us.
Anyway, okay. Well, listen, moving on. Emily, I want to get to know a little bit about your life growing up. You know, tell us a little bit about who you are and all that, please.
Yeah, so a lot of I grew up in a small town, Chilton. It's about
I know what Chilton is.
Yeah, 20 25 minutes from here if I'm driving, 30 if you're doing the legal. I've just been there all my life. Honestly, like, I grew up, my mom was a single mom.
Okay.
Well, I mean, my dad was, like, there, but he wasn't there.
Okay.
I grew up, I mean, I've had a really tough childhood.
Right.
My dad, like, now, actually, I hadn't seen him in, like, 10 years. And this past December, you know, I was like, I have to make amends, you know, like, because he's out in Mexico. So I decided, you know, let me go see him. Let me just let him know, you know, hey, I forgive you for everything.
Okay. Did he put your family through quite a bit of stuff?
Very.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah. So my dad actually, he was on drugs, like, really bad.
Okay.
Really bad. Growing up, I could remember, like, I hated when the weekends came around.
Oh, yeah.
Because he would, like, my mom, and, like, now I can talk about it. It's still kind of, like, I still get a little bit emotional about it, but it's made me who I am today. Thank God, you know, like, my mom, man, she's a badass.
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
like, I don't know how I was raised to, like, you stick with your man no matter what, you know?
Okay.
But Now I'm like, heck no. Like, so my dad used to beat on my mom every weekend. Like, we would end up, like, in shelter homes,
Was it because he was high? Was he drinking too?
Mm-hmm. He was drinking. He was a machista. Do you know what a machista is?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was very, always high, always drunk. I'd hope to say now, like, changed his ways.
Okay.
But
now, when you say that he was high, what type of drugs was he using in your household?
What are your typical Mexicans use?
Cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
I hate talking about cocaine.
Yeah.
I mean, I want you to tell your story.
Right.
But I've shared on this show. I've lived with somebody who was addicted to cocaine, and I know that people do it recreationally or they joke about it. I don't like talking. I've seen what that does to people. It ruined a really important friendship in my life, and it's just not. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah.
It's different. People don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know for sure. Like, I mean, like, weed, that's like, hey, to each its own. Some people are actually better on weed than they are, like, themselves,
Oh yeah. One of my very good friends, Leslie's boyfriend, I always tell her, Amaro and I are very good friends, and I always say you should just be drunk all the time because you're less aggressive.
Hey,
you're so sweet.
Aren't we all?
No, when I'm drunk, I'd be, leg spread. Just,
period.
Here we go. No. So cocaine was that the worst it got for him? Or?
Honestly, so that's what I saw, but I think obviously, like,
so he
now
was using in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
wow.
he would. It was
No
really
shame.
bad. Like,
Yeah.
one time, like, he literally beat my mom almost, like, to death because she, like, she was, she found it, whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, in the house, no, like, my kids are here, you're not gonna do this.
It outside in the bedroom.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
And, again, so, like, I remember her, like, just grabbing it and throwing it, and he just, like, went at her, like, so, I mean, and he would always, like, beat on my brother.
Right.
My brothers, actually.
Okay.
And
was there ever abuse towards you, Emily?
Actually, I was the only one he never could get a hold of.
Really?
Yeah. I was, because I always, I would always find my way around it, or I'd run.
Right.
Like, I felt like Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Because I would, as soon as I seen, like, it was really bad,
Did he have people, and if I'm getting too intrusive, please, like.
No, yeah.
Did he have people in and out of the house, like other men, and was it, like, an uncomfortable situation
No,
for you ever? Okay.
My mom actually didn't, like, he would always do it outside, like, anything, like, as far as that, no. My mom would never, ever allow, like, she would not allow that. It was just, like, drugs.
Wow.
It was most, he wouldn't come home sometimes, like, it'd be weeks we wouldn't know about him.
Where is he at? Or where was he at? Like, just in the
sometimes we'd find out he was in jail. Like, all of a sudden my mom would be like,
well, they didn't have McLennan County mugshots back then either,
no,
so
and
you
if
couldn't
not, he'd be on there almost every
couldn't
weekend.
Find out. So he's just, like, taking, but what I guess, so when I put your life in perspective, just based off of the other guests that I've had, I would assume that dad was the breadwinner of the household, or the one working. No. Okay, so mom was working. So dad's sitting at home not doing shit all day, and then what? Where's he get? Wait.
Yeah.
This opens up. So where's he even getting money to do all this?
So he would go and, like, do work. He would do jobs, and my mom would be like, well, your dad's gonna go, do a job. But as soon as he'd get paid, he wouldn't come home. Wow. So it was like, and this is, like, where it gets, like, really emotional for me, because so my mom, to, like, be able to buy us, like, school supplies and stuff, she would sorry, I get.
It's okay, Emily. Yes.
She would, like, sell tamales.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I remember, like, and I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Oh, girl, no.
Like, at all. But she would, like, whenever school would let out, I would know she'd wait for me, and I'd tell my siblings, I'd be like, Mom, can we just go drop them off at home first? And she'd be like, why? When I just, like, let's just go drop them off. They're just going to be here, annoying us, like, not letting us do what we got to do. But it was really so, because I got made fun of, because, like, my mom would stand outside of the school, and sell tamales so she could be able to, like, pay bills and stuff.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And so my classmates, like, sometimes would make fun of me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was like, I didn't want to put my siblings in that situation,
Okay.
There's 4 of us total. Right now, there's only 3 of us left. My younger brother passed away in 2020.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it was actually to drugs.
God.
One of his best friends was high, and well, anyways. my mom would, that's how she made ends meet.
Yeah.
And
so in the back in the day, though, kids are making fun of you, and we don't realize.
Right.
I think all of us as kids don't realize, like, how. I understand parents now.
Right.
They didn't have all the answers. We barely got the fucking answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
yeah.
I'm happy to hear that you say I'm not ashamed of my mom having to sell tamales to put food on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, now look at us. We begging for some tamales.
Hell yeah! Like now everybody's like,
is
"Hey,
she
when
making
is
them
your mom making them?" I'm like, "Yes,
okay,
no."
okay.
Like I'm so
Yeah.
serious. Like and it would just like my mom would always like question me like, Emily, why do you want to take your siblings home? Like why? And I just did not want to put them in the situation where they would have to see my mom standing outside like, and she didn't know any English.
Were you the oldest?
No, no. I'm the second.
You're the second.
Yes,
okay,
the second to oldest.
Yeah.
So, but I've just always had the strongest personality.
For sure, yeah, no, we're headstrong.
And I would always just tell my mom, like I was 7 translating legal documents.
Aren't you all?
Right. So that's
So okay, so I wonder, and God, I hope can we talk about your brother in just a second because you losing your brother to drugs really like hits a part in my heart because anyway, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so what encouraged mom to finally just get up and say, "Hey, enough is enough. I'm taking my kids out of this."
Yeah. So I mean, she left several times, but my mom was illegal. She was illegal, so he would always threaten. Like when we would leave, we would move out to like Dallas because we have family out in Dallas, Fort Worth area. He would always threaten her to, I'm gonna call immigration and you're gonna have to be kicked out of here and the kids are gonna stay with me. So my mom kind of was like, it was like an ultimatum.
Right, for sure, yeah.
So she was like, and hell no, I'm not gonna lose my kids.
Yeah.
She's like,
she was just holding out as much as she can.
Yeah, and she until finally like my dad got into like some like really, really bad, like he went and shot up a house type of thing.
Wow.
And like got deported, lost his papers.
Oh, so he was illegal too?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? Like, okay,
but so he was here legally.
Yeah, for sure.
But residency.
Oh, I
and
see,
you know, like, and they have rules or whatever. I mean, so he lost his right to be here, got sent to Mexico. Mom stayed with him still maybe about 2-3 years, went, had a baby on her.
Men.
Okay. Well, hey, some
men
women do it too. Some women do it too.
These bitches are, don't get me started.
Ain't got
right
no
now.
shame.
Don't get me started.
But
I just yes.
So
I'm about to choke a bitch like tomorrow. So okay.
You need help? No. Okay. Just don't end up on County Listen,
I tell my niggas all the time, I'll fight these bitches. I don't give a fuck. I'm a bitch all the what you mean? Listen, if a girl smacks me in the face like I'm gonna smack her in the face like a man too. Bitch.
I mean,
I'm gonna teach my daughters that too. Don't be putting your hands on no man and he's not gonna hit you back. Yeah. Get ready. You fight him like a fucking man like you want to. But anyway. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit, what were we talking about?
Dad had a baby on mom.
Yes, yeah. So then
that's my job
like,
here.
Right.
To be listening.
Back to track. So yeah, she after that happened, she kind of was like, okay, you do you. It is what it is.
I'm moving on. That's it.
Yeah, and actually, mom didn't move on till just recently, maybe about a year.
So now
ago.
she's got her new mans. Yeah,
new
there
man.
you go. Do you keep in touch with the other sibling?
Yeah.
You do. So you guys are close. Or cool.
She's little.
Oh, she's small.
She's small.
Okay, got you.
So she has no fault in it. So
yeah. Okay,
at the end of the
that's
day,
your sister. Yeah. Can I please dive into your brother dying of drugs?
Yeah,
okay, so is this your older brother, younger brother? What happened?
This is my baby brother. This
is your baby brother.
Yeah, he was 18, May 13th, 2020. 7:23 in the morning when he passed away. Man. Yeah.
So did he overdose or can we?
No. Yeah. So, they were. They got a hold. Well, he smoked pot. We knew he smoked pot.
Everything's alleged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alleged.
Go ahead.
Well, at first I was very upset at some of his friends, some of his surroundings, because he was on Snapchat posting, that he was popping bars. So, I kind of was like, after the fact that they were telling me, I was like, why didn't y'all call me that night? Why didn't y'all call me that night? Why didn't you tell me, Emily, like, your brother is, and you could see it, like, the detective showed me, afterwards, like, all the snaps and stuff, and I was like, this could have easily been avoided.
Right.
They had, So his friend also was high. They were both high. I can't, obviously, like, you could see it on the videos.
Right.
So I think one, like, after they were done partying, it was a Tuesday night going into Wednesday. It was actually, like, all over the news. It was off of Primrose and
okay.
here by the Stripes in Robinson.
Yeah, I know where that area is at. My parents live with it.
Okay, so that little
Let me not give you all my parents' address.
I know, right?
Okay,
They're
hold
gonna
on.
go egg their house.
Going to fucking house, all right? Yeah, Andrew, why people pulling up to my house? What the fuck? All right. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
So, my brother had, he was at another friend's house, and that friend was like, hey, so your brother told him, hey, let's not leave. We're already, messed up.
Right.
I mean, they're teenagers. I get it.
Okay. So they just made a dumb choice.
Yeah. But his friend was like, no, I'm going home. My brother, we were always raised to, if you go with someone, you leave with that person, especially if y'all are messed up.
I see.
But my mom's always told that. Yeah, so it was a he, and he was driving, ran into a big old, like, light pole, those metal poles.
Yeah.
My brother, I guess, was not wearing a seatbelt.
Right.
Ejected him.
Okay.
But you know what pisses me off to this day, and I've never told this to anyone, I'll still see him at the bar, drunk.
So the driver survived. Wow.
The driver was out of the hospital. My brother was pronounced dead at 7:23 in the morning. Yeah. Driver was out of the hospital by 8:20.
You never want to talk to him about that? And, like,
I've tried.
Wow.
I've tried. My mom's tried, and he's just like...
He has to feel like shit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He has, and maybe this is the way he's coping. I'm not making excuses for him. But, he has to feel like shit. And maybe this is the only way he's coping with it right now.
Right,
this is what killed your friend.
Yeah.
You idiot.
And it was it was his best friend, but still...
I couldn't live with myself.
Like...
I couldn't live with myself.
I mean... No. And I would have... Like, I would have understood if he would have changed his ways, but he didn't,
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm really good friends with his sister.
Okay.
His sister's, like, an amazing person, and,
Good
like,
for her.
she'll probably see this, and but...
Listen, sweetie, we love everybody.
We do. And it's nothing against her.
No, for sure. And you guys maintain a good friendship.
Yeah.
What's crazy about it, Emily, and I mentioned how we're not friends anymore, obviously, but I was around that for a long time, and it's crazy the way bars or cocaine, for that matter, changes certain people. I remember when it got so bad where he assaulted me, and I can remember when he assaulted me, the blank stare in his face, because actually my friend Morrow was talking to me about it the other day. I guess he just wanted to know, like, hey, what really happened, blah, blah. You know what I mean? We were talking about it, and I remember getting emotional again. Mind you, this was like 3-4 years ago, right? Yeah. And so 4 or 5, something like that. I don't fucking remember. But I remember just being put back in that place of when it happened. And I'll never forget the blank stare in his face from being under the influence. You know what I mean? And just
for sure.
doing that. And then you wake up the next day like nothing fucking happened. Like, you wake up the next day like, what's for breakfast? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you just beat the shit out of me. I'm fucking bleeding and bruised and, like, knots and shit. I can't go to work all fucking week. I was on the radio. I remember having to call, my old boss was, we don't talk, but Jaime de la Ley was my old boss. Yeah. And so I remember. Oh shit. Anyway, so I remember having to no, honestly. I remember having to call, like, him and everybody that was, and I was like, I can't go to this remote. It was like embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And I had to tell them I was assaulted over the weekend and, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry.
No, girl, you good. Listen, okay. But no, again, I'm sorry to hear about your brother. How were you able to move on from all this emotional trauma?
You can't stay stuck.
Right.
They die, you don't. That's just the end of, it's just reality. They die, you don't. That memory is there. You just have to, like, cherish on what was and the moments that they did give you. If you stay stuck, it's like, fuck, you might as well have died too. Yeah. I mean, it's shit. My mom just always raised us to, like, you have to, life is going to be tough. You know, life is going to be tough. You just have to keep moving. You have to keep going, because if you stay stuck there, like, if you don't pick yourself up, who's going to pick you up? Yeah, for sure. So, it's hard, but, I also feel like you have to have those people there that really can pick you up when you're down. I mean, I've been experiencing that more often than I wanted to these days. And thank God for my brothers who just really set me straight.
You know what I mean? Because I say it all the time on some posts. I made a post the other day. I couldn't be sane in this business had it not been for them.
Right.
I would have fell off the deep end a long time ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But listen. Okay, Emily, I want to get more into the bartending, the club scene, all your accomplishments in life. But we're gonna take a quick break. Okay. All right. And when we get back, Emily, we're gonna like loosen up a little bit. All right. We're gonna make more drinks. We just found out that we have a common person that we don't like, and so we're gonna get more. Yeah. I ain't talked to that guy in 3 fucking years.
You know what? We'll talk
you know
about
what?
it in the bar scene.
Let me just say this too. I'll just say, because he's probably, for your sake, we'll probably watch it. But
For sure.
JR mentioned him quite a few times on his episode, the second time he was around with DZ. And my thing is this, like, I never publicly spoke about our fallout, because we had a really big falling out. I just wish everybody the best now.
Same.
That's it. Like, but I don't appreciate hearing my name still in your mouth. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's what happens when you're like messy AF.
Yeah. I just don't appreciate that this show won't be nothing ever. Like, stay in your lane.
But you're in the same spot you were fucking 10 years.
But just shut up. I'm trying my best to move on. I'm trying my best to just let bygones be bygones. Be quiet. That's all I ask you to do.
It's hard for some people
I don't
to
put
do
my
that.
name in your mouth. Don't put your name in my, vice versa. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And shout out to JR and DZ who were just on the show. Listen, you guys, we're gonna be right back with my very special guest, Miss Emily Maria Rueda. Rueda. Here on The Public Affair. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this very exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Miss Emily Maria Rueda. Yes. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Julian and Ana Banda with Banda's hauling service. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. Listen, they also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and haul cars in and out of town. If Emily got that pestering baby daddy that she just can't get away, maybe they'll come pick his ass up too, all right? Book now with the number on the screen, to Julian Ana Banda. They'll be there for you when you least expect it. Banda's hauling service, thank you so much for all you do for me in The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Oh my God. Of course, to Manny Guerrero Snack with Blue Star RV Services. He's a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheelers, toy haulers, food trucks, and so much more. He deals with the warranty company so he can get paid. All you gotta do is pay him a small ass little service fee. And him and his professional team of hot men are gonna, well, some of them are hot. Some of them are not. But man, he's hot. They come out there and fix whatever you got going on. Follow them on Facebook or call them from the screen to Blue Star RV Service. They don't have to be hot. They're all professional and they're all very smart, all right? To Blue Star RV Services, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Ooh, to Myra Rosales with Strike a Pose Photography, a digital photo booth business perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. You might want to call her next time you have a gig. You need a photo booth, all right? Myra Rosales, she's got all the props, everything. She's going to make it super scrumptious. It's fun, convenient, and easy. Call now, book now with the number on the screen. Follow on Facebook at Strike a Pose Photography 23. Tamara Rosales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Oh, of course, my very good friend, Mr. Fernando de la Rosa, with Big Bear Lawn Care. A small landscaping business. Listen, I already know the lawns are a hot-ass mess. Nobody wants to go out there. It's 100 degrees outside. You don't want to cut the lawn. You're going to be all sweaty, nasty, and moist, all right? Just call Fernando de la Rosa, and he's got you taken care of. He specializes in mowing, edging, mulching, and so much more. Call the number on the screen for a free quote to Fernando de la Rosa. Thank you, Fernando. I'm sorry she's got me up because I almost told him I was recording with you, but I didn't say nothing. He asked me. I said, some girl, shut up. Okay, and I love him. Listen, Fernando, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, to Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screens now or book the Squire app. Listen, he's going to have you looking as snackish as I have for more than 100 and something episodes of The Public Affair. I lost count. Listen, walk-ins are welcome as well. They got Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes over there making you look as snackish as I have for all these episodes of The Public Affair. Make sure you guys head over to Elite Barbershop on Hewitt Drive to Sid Rodriguez. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, we're going to get right back into it. My very special guest, Miss Emily Maria Rueda, here on The Public. She's the owner of La Última y Me Voy Mobile Bartending, and she just became an LVN, bitch. You better give yourself them snaps. And she told me during the break who she's with. He was on this show. I'm not going to say who it was. I promise you I wouldn't say who it was. But I will say that I'm very happy that you are with him. I really am, because he deserves a good woman like you.
I mean, it's not official.
No, but still,
I've been waiting for this man for the longest.
I will say I think he's a good man for you. I really do. I think that the longest conversation I've ever had with him was on the show. but I know a lot of my close friends know him as well, and they always speak very highly of him. And I like him because he's private, very subtle. You know what I mean? I think that's good for you, because you seem to be the opposite. And so opposites attract. And so no, I really, and For the record, I've never slid in his DMs because he is not my type.
Hey, look, and if you did, it's okay because I know he would tell me.
No, he's not my type though. Like
Yeah.
You know, can I just make a joke? I used to think that he didn't want to come on the show because he thought that. Like that I would like try to be like advancing.
I mean,
yeah, because it took me a while to get him on.
I know, so I've heard.
It took me a whole minute, but I think that ended up not being the case. He ended up talking to me afterwards and thanked me for like my professionalism. Yeah. You know, I could change it up. I'm an interviewer, all right?
Aren't we all?
Yeah, you know, no, but listen. Party days, you know, you're a bartender. You know, you were bartending at Warehouse, and I just recently found out maybe you're not there right now.
Yeah.
For some things that were said behind the scenes.
Yeah, I tend to like when I don't think something's right, I speak up.
Okay.
And everybody who knows me knows that, like, you know, I'm not the type to be quiet. If I see you're not being fair, if I see you suck at something, take it as constructive criticism.
You have to. Thank you for saying that.
Take it as constructive criticism.
You have to. Mm-hmm.
Because it's like someone coming up to me, hey, your drinks are shit. And me being like, okay, and?
Right.
Nobody's going to want to come back.
So you want to improve on your drinks. Right.
But some of us are just, you know, that we don't ever grow out of the child.
Right. Well, so when you're a shitty person or DJ and you say as much, you know, then they get offended and then too bad, right?
You know what? I'm really going to be like, for real, done. But it's okay.
Who cares? You don't need that job. You're a whole ass LVN out here and you have your own mobile... I said detail. Mobile bartending
I mean, I can detail
business.
something, but no.
Oh, shit. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Okay, so... Let's talk about the business, La Última y Me Voy mobile bartending. Okay,
sure.
So you are a bartender at bars, but what made you or what inspired you to move on to do your own thing? And then for that, like we say mobile, so you set up at events and such. Talk to us a little bit about it, please.
Okay, so honestly, it was something like I went to nursing school, got accepted into nursing school, and I was like single mom, you know, like again, still had bills, still had like shit to pay. I was like, man, like how am I gonna do this?
Right.
How? Thankfully, you know, I was brought on with scholarships and stuff, so I didn't have to worry about like a lot of school stuff.
Okay.
Still, I had to like take care of some stuff because I would commute. So 1 hour to school, 1 hour back.
Oh, was it in Navarro College? Oh shit, bitch! Over there in Mahia.
Yes, yeah. So it was like, man, the only thing the drive was far, so I'd literally, I'd have to pump almost every 3 days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I've been to Mahia more times than I wanted to.
So I was like, man, I have to come up with something, you know, like
some passive income,
right?
Which no shame on that,
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, what do I do? And then again, like shout out to Yazbeli from Lux. You know, if I'm not available,
oh, she's so sweet. We talked on the phone.
Beautiful.
She is so sweet. I've never met her in person.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Can we shout out to her friend Pote?
Yes. Long hair.
She manages fucking Echo.
Yes,
you know when I got super fucking drunk, they had to call Leslie Delgado and Mara to come pick my bitch up. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
No, oh shit.
I didn't. But I mean, the simple fact that friends can come get you, it's like.
Shout out to Leslie. And you know we talked about Leslie on the break.
Booty
Leslie is so voluptuous. Listen, that's my brother's girl, right?
Yeah.
And he knows that I'm not trying to make no moves on her because I don't do girls, but Leslie, bitch.
And she's honestly a genuine person. Like I used to work with her, so.
Yeah, and then she's just so curvaceous. Like you know what I mean? Like she's just like you ever.
I don't know how Morrow handles all of that.
Shit. Well, compared to.
You know what?
I be getting fucked up and I give him shit about it all the time. I don't give a fuck. I said, let me tell you something. And then I see Leslie, right? It's like there's Leslie. You know what I mean? Just like Leslie. And then there's like you know, the old one.
You know, I don't know her, but I
mean these bitches neither. All I'm saying is that Leslie is gorgeous.
Inside and out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I was into girls, I'd be elbow deep in her, but I'm not. And so, you know, and I'm so proud. You know, I told Leslie and Morrow. Oh God, we got to get back to the episode. But I told them, I was like, I don't see y'all with other people. I really don't. Like, they're made for each other. You know what I mean? Like they're like a puzzle piece. Like, you know.
Like me and my man.
No. Oh, hey, well now you. Andrew, shut up. Yeah. But because I don't want to expose him. But no, big shout out to Leslie. I love her, and Morrow is my brother. I love that fucking guy. He be setting me straight when I'm acting stupid. You know what I mean? He be punching me and slapping me around. And,
we need somebody to do that.
You have to. No, we talked about that the other day. Don't you agree? you have to have a friend that's gonna give you the real, like when you're fucking up. And we actually had that conversation. I want to say it was like 2 days ago. It was like, if you fuck up, I'm gonna tell you. If I fuck up, I expect you to tell me.
Yeah.
And that's how we do. And you are supposed to have friends like that really just are down for you and will keep it trill with you, like 100%. And these other friends that just yes sis you all the fucking time and you're making stupid decisions, get rid of them. Those are not your friends. Those are not your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So now that I'm not sleeping with married men anymore.
Oh.
No, I'm not. My friends are very proud of me. Yes.
Good. Because I would have been like.
No, I still sleep with straight men, just not married straight men. See, so it's different.
As long as you're not married.
Yeah, I stopped. Yeah, I've been curving niggas. Now I know what it's like. I curve dudes now. It's like it's so empowering. Man. It is. I feel so empowered. You know what I mean? Like,
because queen, you are. You made progress. Anytime you make progress,
it's like stay the fuck out my DMs, bitch. Like I love it. It's
yeah.
So, sometimes there's some of them I miss.
Now that you're saying about like married.
Yeah.
At first time, the guy that I was talking to, the guy that I'm talking to now, I thought he was still married. But now that he's not, that's why I curved him the first time, because I was like,
the guy you're talking to right now.
Currently.
That I know.
Yeah,
that
you know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was like,
okay. Well, you have to. There's nothing good that comes out of it.
I've learned.
I've learned too, and man, I'm gonna just keep it 100% real quick. Like, and then I do want to get back to you. I had this conversation with Morrow because I break down with him more often these days than I ever have. Like, I don't know, just And it's like I'm ashamed. Like, I look back on my old episodes and I was almost like glorifying it, and there's nothing to glorify. That's not cute. And then like younger people are watching this show. I don't. Right. That's not how you want to live your life.
But
like,
we learn from our mistakes.
Well, yeah, and so I can't ever take back what I've done to interfere in relationships. And I talked about it very briefly on this show. But I have, and I have to be accountable for that. And karma will come back around. And if I find the love of my life, it might happen. Something might happen. And I have to deal with that. I'm going to remember how I interfered in relationships back in the day. And I'm not, guys, for the record, I'm not proud of it. That shit is nothing to be fucking proud of. Do you hear me? Like, it's just not. Like, it's so fucking deplorable and it's just disgusting. Like, I'm ashamed of what I've done in the past. I can't take it back. But I'm not ashamed of sleeping with straight guys. Like, if they want to fuck around. If you're single, like, I'm down.
Single is one thing. But, like, married, now when you're talking to someone or married or, whatever, that's another thing.
I'm just out. I'm not.
Because single, you're available.
Yeah.
If it's not official, it's not.
It's hard. Like, what people don't understand, too, is, yeah, you try to glorify it and you try to be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm single. Like, the excuse is, I'm single, so I don't owe anybody's relationship any excuse. Please, that's bullshit. I said the same fucking thing. But on the holidays, Christmas, your birthday, everything, they forget all the fuck about you. And then you're lonely, and then they're with their family. So it's just, I don't know. I've moved on from that. I think I'm doing pretty good.
And I'm proud of you, queen.
Thank you. I don't like being queen, though. I'm still a king. I am that nigga. I am.
I have a gay friend.
I am that bitch.
I have a gay friend, and I call him queen. He likes to be queen.
Call him queen. Yeah, but see, I'm different than the other gay guys.
Period. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still a dude. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. Yeah.
You should have told me that from the get-go, king.
Anyway, okay, back to you, because this is your episode. Okay, so you're looking for passive income, okay?
Right.
And so you decided,
yes,
hey, I'm going to take a stab at this.
My friend was like, bitch, you're like very people-friendly. She's like, just do it. So I used to do it back. I go to Mexico every December, whenever I can. Yeah. And my family's always like, Emily, make some drinks. Because I'm like,
you're the mixologist. This fucking drink got me fucked up.
I'm
not going to remember how to promote this episode, but go ahead. Yeah.
Well, and so I was like, my friend was like, Emily, why don't you just like do, just, actually it was my son's godmother who was like, she was like, hey, just do drinks, because I always would do drinks at the parties, at the family parties. So I was like, I don't know. So then she's like, just start it, see, so I started off, and I was like, it was hitting, so I was like,
doing this thing.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, we'll keep it like this, and it's cash, so it's like,
there you
non-traceable.
Go. Yeah, you just pocket all that shit, huh?
Yeah. Most of the
There's
time,
my gas
yes,
money. Yeah. Okay.
For sure, and honestly, and I think every single one of the persons who's like, referred me, mentioned me, shared, even one share will like go a long way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I'm very, very, like, I work with people's budget.
Yeah.
As far as, like, if they're like, hey, I can't pay the deposit, that's fine. You know, like, but anyways.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, like, got me through school.
Okay.
So doing the gas, doing that, that's what like helped me buy my books, helped me get, you know.
That's
like,
good. Well, that was a good business plan.
Yeah,
to go,
yeah,
because it was something that you were good at and you could do on the side.
And it was something like I was like, just for the meantime, for the meantime. But people were like, hey, I have someone who wants this.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like.
So the business didn't stop rolling in.
It didn't. Yeah. And it actually has got to the point now where it's like, I need help. You know? I was actually referring a lot of people to Lux because I was like, you know, hey, I can't right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and I'm not ever like, tell her I sent you.
Oh,
no.
I love that about you. I really do. I think that is so genuine. I really do.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's money out here for all of us.
Yes, for sure.
You know? And, like, I'm a single mom.
Yeah.
I know she's a single mom. So it's like, hey.
We're in the same boat. I feel you. You know what? I like that relationship aspect that you guys have then because, like, it's so easy for us to be pitted against each other.
You know, the thing is, Andrew, I don't think, like, I've never told her that. I've never told her, like, I've never been like, hey, I sent someone your way.
Okay.
Because it's like.
Because, like, to you, it's like, what does it matter? Like, just give her the business and call it a day. Or, like, help her give the business and call it a day.
Because I'm always the type of person, like, you know, if you do something good will come back to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've learned that recently.
And I'm not like, hey, I sent you somebody. No.
Yeah.
For what?
That's
you know?
what's up.
God got me.
So do you not have a team that works with you right now?
No. So one person.
One person.
She just recently actually just came on because I've had so many bookings that I'm like, man, I can't keep up. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have a team.
Right.
Because it was never like, I was never supposed to make it a business.
Yeah. Well, it just happened. The public affair wasn't supposed to go on for more than 5 episodes. Now I'm on 167, bitch. All right. So what's up every Monday?
Period.
For the last 3 years. All right. No, but okay. So was this one person? Did you know this one person?
Yeah, I've known him for all of our life.
Do you get scared mixing business with personal relationships?
Actually, no, because I'm very understanding. I'm very understanding, and I know she's very understanding, and I know like if I'm the type of person who, as soon as something doesn't sit right with me, hey. Nip it in the bud. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. Because I don't like that. Like, if I have a problem, I'm going to address it right away because if it keeps going, it builds up.
Yeah, for sure. You have to get it off your chest.
Yeah,
the same way.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like a really good friend and she's very understanding. So,
has there been any crazy stories about any bartending experiences? Like,
outside of my personal, no.
Oh, okay.
At the bar?
Oh, shit. Dudes hitting on you all the time? Thirsty ass dudes?
Married.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see what I'm fucking talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? They
Married.
don't have no shame. They don't have no shame. They have no shame. So that's why I go back to what I say. While I'm ashamed of what I've done, niggas, you need to be ashamed too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, you're in the wrong just as much as I am. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Wow. Okay. So, has a man ever lied to you and then you found out after the fact? Tell us.
I was talking to this guy.
I almost said the guy's name that you're talking to now. No. Guy that you're talking to now, we're not talking about you, obviously.
No, obviously not. Ahead, I was like talking to a guy for a couple of months.
Right. And then you found out.
Wife calls me and she's like, I looked it up on Cash App and I was like.
Cash App?
Yeah.
What, was he sending you fucking money for your nails, bitch?
So, no. Okay. She looked my number up because she like checked his
history.
Like his call logs or whatever.
Wow.
And I was like, there's no way he's married. Like,
yeah, like
no.
Who is this?
And we were
like, don't name him. Don't name him.
No, I won't.
I don't want this. I don't want him trying to fucking jump me.
Well, no, and he ain't shit.
And he's not shit. But I'm tired of you bitches.
Yeah.
And you dudes trying to fucking jump me. Please stop it. I cannot fight. I want to go home. Eat Taste of Laos. Shout out to Anne-Marie. And I just want to fucking sit at home and watch goddamn movies. And y'all want to jump me.
It's not your fault.
Damn it. I can't fight. Fuck. I told you guys that for 3 fucking years and y'all still want to fight me. Stop it. Okay? You're going to beat my ass. It's not a fair fight.
It's not. It's not. But look, if I ever see you getting jumped,
you better jump in there, bitch.
I will.
Well, listen, my brother Marl, I almost had my first fight twice. So,
for
like,
real?
Yeah, he's come a very long way. You know what I mean? In terms of how to handle situations. But when I see too many people around him or, being antagonizing to him, I get that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, let me start rearranging the pockets, bitch. Okay, I can lose the AirPods. The keys, I can't lose these. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've almost had my first fight twice because of him, but that's my nigga right there. Ain't nobody fucking bitch. No, but anyway, okay, so she calls you.
Me and she's like, who are you? And I'm like, Mom, so-and-so. Who are you?
Yeah.
She's like, your name is in my dude's I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. Told him, I said,
But it's not even fair on your, because he wasn't honest with you.
He wasn't.
Yeah. So was she really more mad at you than she was?
Yeah, because till this day, like, we go to the same hairdresser. Oh, which actually, shout out to Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole. Okay.
Waco Color Studio.
Oh, tell her to come on the show. I want to know all about the story.
I'll let you. No, she's like, just all like, it's your fault. I'm like, no.
You gotta see. That's the problem with, and it happens to the dudes too, the dudes and the girls. That's the problem. Y'all get so mad if they don't know. You can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
Now you can be mad at me because I knew, right? Like that's fine. But if they did not know, you cannot be mad at them. Like you need to hold your man or your woman more responsible. Period.
And he was actually like in my DMs last week. I said,
no, get out of here.
GTF out of my
fuck
inbox.
out of here. It's not worth it. Now, sometimes they have the bestie. I'm not going to lie. There's some I miss.
But it's not worth at that point, though, like, it don't even matter. Because if your loyalty ain't shit, you ain't shit. You know?
Facts.
Because it's like, if you're
like,
because if your loyalty ain't shit, what does that tell me? Right, well, like, he'll do that same shit to me.
And here's the thing. Exactly. If he's doing it to her, he's going to do it to you.
So I was like,
But you know what happens? These women be doing the same fucking thing. And nobody talks about that, but they do. I know. Listen, the bartender... We're running out of time because all we did was talk shit.
For sure.
Maria, late nights bartending, right? It demands you all kinds of hours, okay? Right. You're still trying to go to school, and you're raising a son. And at the time, you were by yourself, correct? Like, so how the hell did you manage?
You know, I sometimes there would be times where I couldn't. I'll tell you, like, one time there was one night where I did like my preceptorship, and I like worked from 7 p to 7 a.
Wow.
My kid had a soccer game. I think it was like at 8:30 or 9 out in Austin. Oof. As soon as I got off from that 12-hour shift, that's the one thing about me. My son comes first. My son will always come first. I don't care what it is, who it is, anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So he plays select soccer, which to shout out to Fuego FC.
Shout out
Anytime we have fundraisers, I'm gonna need you to share that shit because.
Well, you know I sponsor the SoCo soccer teams coached by Mauro Maldonado.
Yeah, but that's something different.
I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, Fuego FC is like.
Oh, they're from Dallas.
No, we're from here, out of Waco. To Coach Jacob, Coach Juan.
Oh, I know
Coach
them.
Rafa.
Juan Arellano's getting married tomorrow.
Yes,
I got invited.
Are you going?
Yeah. He invited me, bitch.
You better go, bitch. Don't be out there making the paleta shots. But anyways, so anytime we have a fundraiser, I'm gonna need you to share that shit.
Okay.
Well,
listen,
anyways,
shout out to them. But, you know,
for sure, because they're giving kids right now an opportunity that like sometimes they don't have. But anyways, yes, like we had a game out in Austin, and I've done this several times. Like they're like, Emily, how do you do it? Got off of a 12-hour shift. You know, I was like,
drove to Austin, Emily.
Actually, so. One of the parents, I was going to drive, but one of the parents were like, you can't.
Yeah.
Do not.
You know you wouldn't be able to do that.
Do not.
Yeah,
sure. So I was like, you know, and again, shout out to them because they're always like helping me. Coach Rafa and his wife, like they're always like, hey, we'll take him. We know you got to work, you know. Sure. Because if I don't work, man, I've had several disconnection notices, you know. So it's like, I will not have my kid somewhere where, you know, we ain't got no light, we ain't got no, But anyways, It's been hard, like, but I will never, ever, because of my lifestyle or what I chose to do, it'll never come in like, with my son.
I have a question. Can I ask you this? And it might be a little bit too personal, but we got personal.
Yeah.
Is your son's father in his life?
He is.
He is. Okay.
He is. Very,
so your son has a masculine...
to a certain extent.
Okay.
Right. So,
because I wonder. I want to ask a single mother, and I don't think I've ever asked any of the single mothers this. Can you raise your son without a masculine influence in his life? No. Okay.
You cannot. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot. You always need that.
He has to have that.
I'm feminine. I can only teach him to a certain extent.
Right.
I can only teach him to a certain extent, and I've seen that because my sister. Shout out to my sister and my brother-in-law. Through nursing school, they've just been there. Been there.
Yeah, for sure.
But you cannot. As much as single moms say, I can do it. No.
You have to have, your son has to have a masculine. No, I agree.
And again, like my baby daddy.
Okay.
He's great, amazing dad.
Yeah.
Shitty spouse.
It just didn't work out for you guys.
It didn't.
But and I like that you say that because you don't take away from his dad skills. Because a lot of these bitches do that. They really like, oh, he wasn't a good husband or boyfriend or baby daddy, so I'm going to trash him as a dad.
Never.
That's shitty. That is shitty.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm so happy.
I mean, he's a great dad,
he's a great
amazing
father.
dad. Okay. He works a lot because he wants to financially provide for his kid.
Yeah.
Time-wise,
he should. No, but as long as you're financially providing, that's what's wrong with these dudes.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that shit. I'll tell you, my biological brother was the same fucking way. He sat at home all fucking day. Now he's in jail. But you know what I mean? Like, why did you not think you had to get up and go to fucking work to raise your kids? Why you thought you had the option to sit at home all fucking day and then do stupid shit to end up in jail? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't make no fucking sense. And can I just say, too, I like that you mentioned that your son has to be raised with the masculine influence because, listen, I'm gay as fuck, right? Like, I am. But me and my dad, if you watch this shit, you know, we were not best friends growing up. I hated that fucking man. But I'm happy that I was raised with a man in my life because it taught me man qualities. I'm not like these other bitch-ass niggas calling each other out on fucking, you know what I mean? Like acting like little bitches and then they get beat up at the bar. And so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Actually,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is I take my altercations face to face. I don't need, you know what I mean? And
for sure.
I had a good conversation with one of my friends about it, actually before this recording, and I told him, you know, next time, you know, as a business owner, no shade to him because I'm not going to name him, but I love that guy. He's done so much for me. I was like, you know, next time take your altercations as a, you know, in person, not on social media, and all these other bitch ass niggas that do it, y'all are bitch ass niggas. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. And so I'm happy that I was raised with a dad that taught me, you know, shut the fuck up, stay in the room, mind your business, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah,
listen, oh my God, I hate that we're running out of time. I hate this. We're having the best time. But I'm going to see you tomorrow at Juan's wedding. I guess since you're going, I'm going to fucking pull up,
yes,
bitch.
Sir, I'll be there.
Yeah. Shout out to Juan, too. You know, I used to think he was so cute back in the day. We used to party. But listen, shout out to the wife. I do love his wife because we work out at Fat Fit with Monica together.
For sure.
Yeah, we do.
For sure.
But, you know, back before I didn't know her. You know what I mean? I used to think Juan was a fucking snack. No, I'm
just kidding.
And I know Jacob too. I've met Jacob. Yeah, me and Jacob worked out together one time. Yeah, but I'm like, what is next for you? You know, so you're still in nursing school. You just announced the revitalization. Oh no, excuse me. You're going back to nursing school in 6 months, but you announced the revitalization of your business.
Right.
Okay, and so that now you're taking a hiatus from the other place because that man wants to be a little bitch and whatever. But no. So what are you doing now? What can we expect next from you?
So I'm actually I'll be starting at my new job 9/11. Yes, at a clinic, but again, like I'll be going back eventually. Like my goal is to be a nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioner, and you know I want to do Botox.
I got Botox on the show. Shout out to Susie.
Period.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know her, but
you don't know her. Okay, she gave me fucking Botox on the show. Yeah, she
period.
Did. Yeah. Okay.
Eventually, like I want to do that, you know, and again, like you just got to keep going, you know. I'm the type of person who I'm not satisfied ever where I'm at.
Yeah.
Ever, because it's just like there's always more. You always want to go more, you know. And again, like I want to give my son the life I didn't have, you know. So that's what's next. I'm gonna keep going to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how can we reach out? So if we want a mobile bartending business, if we have events coming up, if we have parties coming up, how can we reach out to you?
I do have my Facebook page, La Última y Me Voy, Bartending Services by Emily. And everything like is basically on there. I mean, I share or I'll post here and there when I do have time. Yeah.
We're drunk. I'm trying not to say her man's name. I want to say it so bad. I won't.
Because then these girls are going to try to take my man, and he's too fun to like.
Listen, thank you so much for coming on to I had such a good time with you. If we had 7 hours, we would have been here for 7 fucking hours. We got fucked up. Listen, you guys make sure if you need a mobile bartending service, if you guys are having a birthday party or an event going on and you need a mobile bartender, hit her up. How can we hit you up again? Facebook?
Yes.
Shout out your Facebook one more time.
La Última Me Voy, Bartending Services by Emily.
And when we're in the hospital all fucked up and we have one of those drunken nights out, one of these days she's going to be our fucking nurse. Okay?
And I got you.
Yes. Well, Emily, thank you so much again for coming on to The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Best of luck to you and your your potential bae. Okay, I do wish the best for you guys because he is a very solid guy, and so yes, he is. So best of listen, everybody who tuned into this episode of The Public Affair, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys again so much for watching the show. I've got more on the way. Now, before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by J. Petal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family of All Snacks. They provide delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert. Listen, you could choose from a menu item or create your own because Emily and I, we like to be in control of what we put inside of ourselves. Okay. Listen, locations on University Park Drive and Hewitt Drive. You can order online at jpetaltx.com or just download the app at jpetal. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training with pros like George De Leon. Listen, they also have open play occasionally on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older at 8:30 p.m. The Public Affair is also a very, very proud sponsor of the Soko soccer teams, coached by my brother, Mauro Maldonado. He's doing such big things in his coaching, and I'm so proud of you, brother. And just keep doing your fucking thing, bro. He's come such a long way. And shout out to your hot fucking wife, Leslie, bitch. To Soko Soccer Academy, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Ana Limones for Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event. Like when you hire Emily to be your bartender, you hire Ana to do your balloon props, darling. A number of wooden backdrops and so much more are provided as well. Call the number on the screen to Hummingbird Party backdrops. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy, Jesus Sanchez, all the way from Mart, Texas, with Brothers Roofing. He's so hot. He is so hot. He really is. His girl's hot too, so I don't have to stand a chance. He's a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of Texas weather with his high quality and affordable work. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to Jesus Sanchez with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and audio accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. You know, he put the dark tint in my car, so you can't be seeing what I'm doing. Okay. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. To everybody who tuned in, thank you guys again so much. Emily, thank you for coming onto the show. I had the best time. You're such a breath of fresh air.
Thank you for having me. Yes. I appreciate it.
And I guess I'm going to see you tomorrow at the Ariana wedding.
I will.
But whatever I do, please don't forget to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.